Well guys, here's another update. It's been a while, but I actually got quite a bit done. As you can see, the turbo's on. That's a big part, and a wastegate. It all looks pretty good. It's actually a little tighter than I thought. Looks like first with the hood and core support right here, looks like you can have, fit a lot of stuff in there, but actually not that much. So what I will do is I will actually have to chop this thing right here, maybe lower it a little. I'll just weld a piece of pipe or square tubing there, also so the radiator can fit, because if you can look like that, we are dang close. This is where the turbo sits. I clocked it already. So I will have, the intercooler is going to be right here. Pipe right here. It's going to go underneath. Beautiful hole I cut. It's going to go underneath. There's nothing there, so you can see. Come up here. U-turn. Intercooler is going to sit right here, and then same thing underneath. Come out right here into the intake right there. Actual funny thing is, intake is probably going to clear the hood. It's about an inch. It's about an inch higher than this between fenders, and the hood has at least 1.5 inches or so curve in it. So that should be enough. As you can see, the hot side is looking pretty sloppy. I could probably do better welds. I could. On some of them I've done actually quite a bit. I guess it depends on the angle and stuff like that, so it comes like this. The only piece I had to buy is this 9-degree at Riley's for $5. If I was a little more careful, I could probably even get away with that. I actually, all this, everything is just a scrap I had laying around. This is from my Camaro I had, and this is from like a 2004 F-150 of my father-in-law. White pipe I've used. So actually a white pipe that it goes right here. I didn't have to weld it. I used this white pipe, and my angle is actually a little bit. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's about 90. It's about a 90 degree there. I had to weld it 3 times, and it's a little tight. But also, look at this. This one looks good. This one looks good. Not those. These ones right here for the wastegate. And also, everything's done. Basically, the down pipe comes down here, and I'll just use this piece like that. And it's just gonna stick out the fender. Maybe I'll just cut a little bit right here. There's a bumper, so I'll just probably do it like that. I actually ran out of gas in my welder. That's why. And a little bit left for the wastegate. I'll recycle. I don't have much room, honestly. Otherwise, I would have just dumped it straight down. But as you can see, I don't have much room in there. Should be fine for the water neck. It's gonna come down like that. Here down to the radiator. This one's obviously not gonna. I'll probably use an F-body radiator, because they're cheap. $50-$75 used, and the same thing for fans. So I'll move them. If the inner core is going to be right here, I'll move the radiator like right here between, and it's actually enough. It's actually enough room there. It's about 24-25 inches from headlights. I don't want to move these things, so I'll sit right there. Fans are going to be this close, so it's going to be about like that. So it should give me enough room for the pipe. Pipe is going to go, it'll be tight, but it's fine. Seems like it's all going to work out. I didn't have to do much with the headers, just switch them. This is out of an Express van, 3500, 2006. Just switch them like that. I did have to hammer right here a little for that bolt. It'd be tight, but I figured, what the heck. It'll be easier to take it on and off. Hammer right there. hammer a whole bunch right here. Like a lot, and it clears now. Sorry, my battery's getting low. So it clears. Hammer a whole bunch right there, cut a hole. What I'll do is, I actually don't use any flex pipes. As you can see, what I'll do is, I could use a flex pipe right here. I could put it in there. Then be really tight with the wastegate. I don't know, but the main problem is that short on the other side, that short piece. There's no way I could fit a flex pipe in there. So what I'll do is, I have solid mounts. Mounts too, forgot to tell you. Mounts right here. Those are done. Those are done. Mounts right there. Straight bottom, using stock mounting points for the original motor mounts. No power steering. I won't use a power steering. I'll just block those off. Another thing too is it's a little tight right there. Just grind off that shaft a bit or the header. And also I did a whole bunch of hammering on this firewall. You can't see it from here, but it's wrinkled. I used a sledgehammer. The name of the game was Don't Be Shy with a Sledgehammer. I had to hammer a lot. I started with a small hammer, then I used like a bigger steel, a short handle a hammer, and then I figured screw it, it'll take me too long, so I just bust out my big sledgehammer and beat on it quite a bit. I hope the heater cord didn't crack or anything like that, because I did beat on it quite a bit. Plenty of room here. I had to hammer. Actually, on the firewall, I had to do a lot. Not on the firewall, on the transmission tunnel. I actually had to do a lot. I'll show you. I probably shortened it. Oh, there you go. See right here, beautiful transmission mount. Same mounting points for the original one. Do it like that. And I figured it will be just fine. I still have to measure for the drive shaft, but I had to hammer on this thing like a lot. You can see right there, and also you can probably see on the other side. Maybe not, but yeah, like right there. I had to hammer quite a bit for all the linkages and sensors and stuff. So it has enough room now. Shortened the truck oil pan. It's just about, I don't know, half an inch, a quarter of an inch lower than the that piece, and I shortened that 2 inches. That's as much as you can do. Oh yeah, the rear. The rear is in. So you have to measure for the drive shaft, and yeah, it's in. Oh yeah, another thing too. Look at this. I got this piece of crap here too. Look at those wheels. It's so tight. It's so tight, but I'm digging this a lot. This is out of a Charger, police Charger. And it looks nice. It actually looks really tight. 17s by, 7.5. It's tight, but it fits because the offset, because the rear is actually about 1.5 inches wider than the original one. The offset needs to be, the wheel needs to be pushed in as far in as possible. So that did that. What else? And I think, yeah, the intake's gonna be fine. I'm gonna have to cut this edge right here, a lip a little. Harness is here. I basically have everything. All I need is the radiator and fans and the drive shaft. That's it. She will be all done. I still have to pull the motor out once more, put the torque converter in, a little stuff, put it back in, and we'll be good to go. Hook up some stuff, and I'll probably start doing wiring once I'm done with the. I gotta get the gas for the welder. This is. I think this looks good. Oh yeah, and that's why I'm forgetting stuff. So the reason I didn't use the flex pipes because I really couldn't feed them. Or I could try, but I didn't want to try. And what I'll do is I'll just mount. It's obviously probably if I don't use them and mount this thing as it sits right here. This is just to, you know, keep it in place for the mock-up. What I'll do is I'll probably put like a rod right here welded to the flange, going across to like one of these bolts, keep it in place, and then another one maybe from down here, down like to a head or something like that, to keep it in place. Because this sucker's heavy. I mean, it's actually surprisingly heavy. I don't know, 30 pounds or so for a small GT45. That's heavy. So that'll be that. And for the rest, we're doing good. Give it another month or so, I should be able to run. I figured out what I'm gonna do with the tune. I'll let you know the details later. If actually everything's gonna work out. And that's about it. Here's my workbench. Burned 2 batteries. These small ones. These ones for the Makitas lasted me 2 years, but I burned both of them. Actually 3 of them in 2 days. So I figured maybe it's my drill or the charger. I'm not sure what it is. Those are toasts. And that's about it, guys.